Welcome again. This is Justin, and today I'm going to answer a couple questions that I've recently gotten through the YouTube channel and also through our TRT and hormone optimization Facebook group. So the first question today comes from QS Daily Dose. And the question is, if someone was on thyroid meds for years and they stopped cold turkey, would their baseline levels return to normal? Okay, so let me compare this question, this answer, to how TRT works and the baseline values with that. So say you're on thyroid medication for X amount of years because you have clinical hypothyroidism and it's suppressing your TSH and providing you with adequate T3 and T4, and you've been on this dose for several years and you decide to stop the medication. Well, slowly over time, since T4 has a half-life roughly 7-ish days, so you're looking at roughly anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks depending on your metabolism, somewhere after you come off the medication, your TSH would slowly start creeping up again. That's because the TSH is no longer being suppressed by exogenous thyroid replacement therapy. Now, it would start going back up to a hypothyroid state. However, we have to take into consideration where would you be in X amount of years of time that have passed had you not been on hypothyroid treatment or thyroid replacement therapy. So say your TSH is 8, okay? Let's say you get on therapy for 4 or 5 years and you keep it down to 0.9, 1, 1.1, whatever, a good level like that. And say you've been on it for X amount of years. Now we'd understand, had you not been on that therapy, that 8 probably would creep up to 9, 10, 11, 12, etc., etc. So once you come off the therapy, it would revert back to the previous baseline and then regress even more so had you not been on it, due to the fact you've gotten older and the disease itself continues to manifest. Same thing with TRT. If you were to get on TRT, you replace your lack of testosterone, you replace your deficiency, and if you were to come off, you go back to your baseline and then some, which would be assumed that it'd be much worse because years had gone by. So, QS Daily Dose, thanks for the question. Hope that answers it pretty thoroughly. And the next question is from Luke Varelis. Sorry if I butchered your name, man. I'll just call you Luke V. So your question is, excuse me, does thyroid function return to normal once low ferritin is corrected back into optimal range? So the short answer is, it can. However, optimal thyroid health is contingent on several factors more than ferritin. There's also zinc, vitamin D, iodine, selenium, also along with ferritin. So say if you're a patient that has low iron, you have iron deficiency, whatever reason it may be, maybe it's celiac disease, malabsorption, maybe it's gastric bypass, maybe you're a female and you have heavy menses and your iron is low. Correcting that iron can improve your T3, T4 function because the literature shows that iron deficiency can actually cause decreases in circulating free T3 and circulating free T4. Now, therefore, if your hypothyroidism is due to deficiencies in any of those said nutrients and optimizing and or correcting those deficiencies comes into play, sure, you can improve your thyroid function. Now, however, if you do have full-blown overt hypothyroidism, then even correcting these deficiencies most likely won't correct your thyroid disease. However, it will improve and or help optimize your thyroid hormone replacement protocol. So the real question is, or the next question is, now, why does ferritin play a role in hypothyroidism itself? Well, first, clinical overt hypothyroidism results in a high TSH, this thyroid stimulating hormone. As TSH elevates, so does the development of inflammatory cytokines, which these actually deplete antioxidants within the body. Now, we know that ferritin actually acts as sort of an antioxidant and or has some antioxidant properties itself. Therefore, the introduction of ferritin in thyroid replacement therapy does help downregulate the pro-inflammatory cytokines from an elevated TSH standpoint. So between the two, keeping the TSH down low, keeping ferritin, selenium, iron, vitamin D, iodine, keeping all that optimized does help optimize your thyroid replacement therapy, but it doesn't necessarily constitute an actual thyroid fix per se. Hope that answers your questions. Thanks, y'all.